Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I've just started my first day blog because I'm doing an Oron fast or a looping fast. So I thought I'd just decide to do as long as I can go. The maximum I think I've ever done was about 5 days. So I'm just going to do a daily blog of what's going on and how I'm going and stuff. So I think this time round I've done it with such intent, and when fasting with intent, it's really quite different. It's a different mindset because I feel a lot of more cleansing and a lot more change internally. Usually when I do a day fast, you're like, well, it's only a day and I know I'm going to eat the next day and so forth. So you still get those hunger pains and you get all those sort of symptoms and a bit irritable at times and moody but usually after 3 days then you get that clarity. But with intent, it changes the whole thing because there's a purpose to it. So, and I've never looped. So I've gone on fast but drunk water and stuff, but haven't done a looping fast. So only day one. Already I just feel incredible. I had such clarity last night. I was laying in bed and all these angels came to me, and it was something like 48 angels, one after another after another. And I thought, my God, that's an angel deck of cards. And these angels I've never seen before, never heard of before, and they're amazing, like the angel of stone, or stones. And she came and carries stones, and she's giving you the stone to weigh you down. And I'm like, why are you weighing me down? And she's like, to keep you grounded so you don't fly off into, put your head in the clouds, for instance. And this means you need to be in the moment and fixed into this space. And I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. And then, there was the angel of infinity, and she was just amazing. And it's words of how you speak and how that ripple goes out into the universe. So, we've all heard the saying, be careful what you ask for because you just may get it. But that also thinks if you're very negative and you have, or you said something very mean, that radiates and keeps going into the universe. And we're all connected. So that person that you might be directing that energy to, or that karmic aspect, still goes on. So the infinity angel was telling me is just to be mindful of how you use your words, because they are there forever. You can't take them back. Once they're spoken, once they've left the mouth, that ripple, like a stone in a pond, just keeps going and going and going. So that was another angel. I was just so many of them, I could not believe it. And so I decided to gather them all up because Michael Angel, who's one of my angels I see quite often, I asked him to do a cleanse on me. So I was cleansing internally in the body, going into the cellular level. And this is what I mean by fasting with intent, and do it with a clarity of what's your focus and what's your purpose and how far and how deep you want to go. So I did it on a deep, deep level inside. I could actually visualize my blood particles cluttering and moving and morphing and throwing out all the crap that needs to be chucked out of the blood system, which, when you're looping, it's getting cleaner and cleaner and cleaner. It's almost like water at the moment. It's fantastic. And it's funny because I do 2 glasses. So 2 glasses out, 2 glasses in, 2 glasses out, 2 glasses in, and it was happening every roughly 20 minutes to an hour, just constantly. And it wasn't becoming less. The volume was continuous. Let the rivers flow. So I was like, oh, this is great. And I felt really, really amazed by the cleanse from all the angels and all the guides that came across. So this morning I decided to do a massage because I had, and this is where the infinity angel comes in, I had a heart condition. So therefore I could feel my heart beating when I was laying, and this is common when you're fasting. You can have palpitations, but it wasn't a palpitation. It was a really rapid beat, and I could actually feel the motion of the pushing, and I attribute that to the cleansing of my heart just thumping it out through my system to the finest parts. So this morning I did an hour massage with 1-year-old Oran, and I tell you, my skin is like butter. It feels fantastic. It was quite dark. The scent was not as bad as I thought. It's slightly ammonia, but not really strong at all, which was fantastic. So, I did all my face, I did everything. It's so lustrous. It was incredible. It was like cream, rubbing on cream. And I got to the bottom of the jar, and it's about, I'd say about a litre I was using. And the settlement on the bottom, these little crystals, because when you age something, it gets stronger. It's like a bottle of wine. So when you age your Oran, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. It solidifies some particles at the bottom, and the benefits of that are just fantastic. I had an interview with Dr. David Judd, and he was talking about, the purpose and what happens is, how it joins together and the purpose of it and so forth, which is really quite fascinating. I might pull that interview up and put it on the YouTube page. So I'm feeling radiant, but it's only day one, so but I'm excited because do things with intent is a whole different ball game. I can't stop touching my skin. It's just like, it's just divine. Still got that little mark there when I use the apple cider vinegar to get rid of the spot. The spot's gone, but I've just got a little red mark. So so hopefully with massage, I've got a few more bottles, so I'm going to try and keep massaging and all that sort of stuff there. And we'll just blog along. I'm not putting any chemicals in my hair, any gels and stuff, so my hair's a bit crazy today. And we'll just see how long I can go on this fast for and any changes that I may notice, and moods and things like that. Oh, that's right. Another thing happened. Like laying up when I was doing the angel cleanse, my stomach, like the top of my bowel, was just like making all these amazing sounds. And when you get the tummy rumbles, you can feel that tummy rumble, and you're like, oh yeah, I kind of feel hungry. It wasn't like that. It was like I could feel motion within the gut. So I could feel air moving into pockets, and I could feel it swishing around. It was almost going through all the tubes. I could literally feel it going up and around and in curves. And it's almost like a spectacular thunderstorm of noise. It just went on for a good hour, and I'm like, wow, there's some movement going on. I've also done some just standard douching as well, so I'm benefiting from that. I might do a coffee one actually. We'll see how we go. But yeah, we'll see if we've got any detox symptoms. You think you're healthy, but then stuff comes up. So we're never at our optimum, but it'll be interesting to see. I tell you, I've never felt this clean in my life. You think when you go have a shower and you wash yourself with your soap and your scrubber and your loofah and stuff, that you feel really cleansed. Nothing compares to the massage with 1-year-old Oran. Oh my God, my skin is incredible. It's fantastic. All right, and it just feels so clean. I mean, it's not easy to store because you've got to wait a year to get there, but I've got about 4 bottles that I store just for that purpose, and I do an annual sort of cleanse or a bath and so forth, and I do find it a spiritual aspect to that as well. So, fantastic. Day 1 down. I'm now entering day 2. I'm just taking it easy. I'm not working, so I've got the benefit of not having to worry about running around at the moment. So, I might as well take that opportunity to sort of fast whilst I don't have to run around and do work and get distracted by other elements, which, life gets in the way, stresses of work get in the way, commuting and all those things get in the way, and they are distractions. So, you've got habits where you do lunch breaks and dinner breaks, and all these habits you've got to break and get used to. So, yeah, I'm pretty cool. So we'll see how we go. So this is day 1, entering day 2. Exciting, cool. Thanks for tuning in, and I will post day 2 soon. Well, next.